When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert, boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami.
After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead.
They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
He'll run it.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over
from the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 15 carries, 54 yards. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo.
Devin McCourty.
Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Tua. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Packers.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Clinton Dix there for the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or 2. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From midfield, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He finds Beckham complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Two and a throw again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And down inside the 15 he goes. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. They go back to the ground, without it. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
53 at the line. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Not able to get a single yard there. And it will bring up third down.
And it brings up third down.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57.
And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Complete to Tevin Coleman. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the Dobbins.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2 and now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Alexander Johnson. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Now Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Third down.
Here's Dobbins.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And his kick is good. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo, and that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Complete.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to
Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
Austin. Cyber it on 4th.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now the Niners down by 4, and time a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And past the before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll drop this down to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Gronkowski, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He's back to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa looking to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now Sanford's second timeout. Back to throw.
Oh my God.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd and short.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw is Tua.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw is Tua. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Touchdown. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Niners, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
wanna be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pacing. They did not want me to go places. Spoil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know yard. Telling me nothing. I'm the man. Sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on him and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White